So this is the human world. What a dirty, stagnant place.
What are you gonna do now?
I think I'll pay a visit to our friend General Carter.
You really are vindictive, Prince.
What about going to see the Seraph?
Later.
Later?
Let's go! I shall strike terror into the hearts of those foolish humans.
And welcome back to Let's Play Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. Now, if you are following this Let's Play via the playlist, you may notice something. Wow, there is a very, very long gap in between this video and the previous video of the end of the game. And there is a reason for that. Back in the day when I was originally recording this, I had some severe hardware issues that kept causing my recordings to get corrupted, and consequently it made it too much of a hassle to get good recordings to actually finish the game with, at least with live commentary, so I just kind of fell out of it, and then I moved, and then I buried my PS3, which had my save file on it, and just a whole bunch of things just led to me kind of dropping the project unceremoniously, which I felt pretty bad about. And since I went back and finished my Nocturne Let's Play, I thought, you know what? Let's go back and finish some of those projects that I left on the back burner that did mean a lot to me, because I really do care quite a lot about Disgaea Hour of Darkness, and I really want to finish this game properly. So we're going to be doing all the post-game chapters, starting with the Human World. You can access the Human World after clearing Chapter 13, and if you are rank 7 in the Dark Assembly, just got to pass a bill that allows you to go to the Human World, and we're at the point where we're getting bills that have huge influence penalties to them with the Senator. They basically always loathe you for attempting to pass them, so we have no choice but to just kind of force those, which I have done, and we'll go over that more when we get to it. Now, my team is quite a bit different from the end of the previous video. For most of the Let's Play, I did my absolute best to try and use a full team of 10, but that's just not practical for the post-game maps, and honestly, it's arguably impractical to use any more than one character, but we're going to be using multiple characters just for the heck of it. Starting with Laharl. Laharl is quite a bit different from the end of the Let's Play. For starters, he has specialized in spears, because I wanted him to use Longinus. Etna has just been bench-warming in this playthrough. Longinus is the strongest weapon we can have for quite some time. I probably will transition him back to swords, just because swords are flatly superior, but for right now, Longinus is the best he can hope for. And you may be noticing, for level 94, his stats are really high. Well, with 100 weapon mastery for spears, plus the huge powered specialists I put on it, Laharl gets a tremendous stat bonus, because at level 100 weapon mastery, you get about 6 times the stats you would from the weapons you equip. So with that 1088 dietitian, I get a huge amount of HP. That sentry, even though it's only 144, get 6 times the amount of that. So Laharl is going to be our tank. He has actually not transmigrated. This is a Laharl who has got the absolute base stats he can have from leveling. But his weapon mastery and Longinus is so powerful right now, it's going to make him a perfect tank. We have 3 allies backing us up that I'll go over as I deploy them. Let's get into this first turn. My strategy for this world is to have Laharl come out and bait some attacks, and he's just going to essentially face tank a lot of things. He's got so much HP and so much defense that if I have him defend, he's going to take almost no damage and not be set back at all. Let me see. Next we want to bait these guys over here, so I just want to hit the edge of the range, so let's get to this spot right here, and I'm going to deploy our first unit, Marina, the Blade Master. I made a Ronin character because Ronins are just simply one of the best physical attackers you can get at the start of the game, with their 110% aptitude in attack, and the fact that they specialize in powerful weapons like swords and axes. In this case, I went with swords, simply because swords are the best weapon in the game, so that's what I want to go with. She also, if I can look at her status, has level 100 weapon mastery. All characters being deployed will have level 100 mastery, so they can get huge bonuses. She has the Diabolic Sword with a Gladiator and a Sentry attached, and as you can see, she gets a huge defense bonus from that Sentry. Helps that the Diabolic Sword also has some native defense bonus there, so she's also pretty tanky, though she doesn't have anywhere near the level of HP that Laharl has, as I have not bothered to make a dietitian for her yet, but yeah, check out got that damage right there. For comparison's sake, these are Space Police are most of the enemies we're going to be fighting here, and they have nowhere near the HP to survive that. And we're just going to bring out our next set of characters. Karine is going to be our magic caster. She has all schools of elemental magic because she's a galaxy mage. She gets every type of spell except for healing up to the Omega level. If you want to get Terra level spells, you do have to demote your galaxy mage into the respective red, blue, green, or star mages and level them up enough until they learn Terra magic. But Terra magic is pretty overkill for the most part, so I don't really care to do that. I've also had her pick up a little healing magic, and of course Espoir, since that's really handy in case we're dealing with ailments at all. And of course Braveheart is always useful. We're just going to have her defend here. This last character is one that I'm mostly just using for flavor. Levi is an EDF soldier, and he is our gunner. Guns are not that great. As I've played the game, I've noticed that they only have single target skills, but he does have pretty good power. I've also gotten him a customized gun here. He's currently rocking our Arms Master, but with that almost 1,000 marksman plus his level 100 gun level, he's got a huge amount of hits, so he can hit pretty hard, especially if we have elemental weaknesses with ice or fire to exploit. With that all said and done and our characters introduced, let's get to work finishing all these guys off. So, the reason I'm going with only 4 units is that it is just extremely tedious, and it is just not worth it to build up a full team of 10. Mostly I've got just backup throwers in Thieves, and I've got some Skulls who are all set to cast Braveheart on my units when I need it. I'm going to do another Dimension Slash here. This attack is super good. That 5 range with no restriction, really great. This is, once you get into the end game, swords just way overtake it. For Karine, I mostly focus on Star Magic just because it allows me to completely ignore stuff. We're going to have Levi come up here, and we're just going to have him do a normal shot. He has more than enough hit to kill these guys with one shot, but yeah, I kind of default to Star Magic. Specifically, I like Gigastar, because it's got the best balance of damage and MP usage, and also, for grinding, its animation, it does not hit enemies on an individual basis like the Mega and base level spells do, so if you're hitting like a full 3x3 square, it's a lot faster to cast Gigastar than it would be to cast Megastar or Vanilla Star. There is one enemy who is somewhat threatening on this map, and he's actually heading towards Laharo right now. It is not these thieves, but that EDF soldier in the middle of them is a much stronger variant. I'm not at all concerned about Marina taking a little bit of damage, because her defense is way higher than Laharo's, so she does just fine. Alright, let's see here. This guy, let's have Marina do, once again, another Dimension Slash, and then we're going to have Laharl actually launch his first attack for this map. Laharl is pretty strong at this point, so I don't want him to mop up too many kills. I want to kind of spread the experience around, but it's the most efficient to have him attack here. We're going to toss Karine forward with one of my utility thieves. And we should be able to take out 2 of these guys. I don't want to get too close. Karine is much more defensively frail than the rest of my characters as a Galaxy Mage, so I don't want her to be taking too much damage if she doesn't have to. Now, you may be wondering, why am I using a generic mage over Flan? 2 reasons. One... Oh, hey, didn't even need the Overlord's Wrath follow-up to take that guy out. But one is that... simply put, Galaxy Mages hit a lot harder than Flan. They have a 110% aptitude in intelligence, which means the further we get into the game, the more intelligence they're gonna get from high-powered stabs. So their striking power is just way better than anything Flan could hope to do. And Flan is just a little tedious to get prepared, because she does not learn any magic naturally. She needs to actually create a bunch of pupils and then level them up and then piggyback the spells from them, so it's just more tedious to set her up. Flan does have the advantage in that she does not get the huge stat penalties that mages get to their equipment, particularly in areas like defense and HP, so she's a lot more survivable, but I can work around that with smarter play and just get a much stronger unit out of it. As far as transmigrations go, as I've said, Laharl is not transmigrated. Levi and Marina have transmigrated once into more powerful versions of their class. Blade Master is the Tier 5 Ronin, and what is Levi's? His is Psy Soldier, that's the rank 4 EDF Soldier. Marina's was relatively easy to unlock. I think she just needed to be like level 75, which I got to anyway. Levi's takes a little bit longer, and I just wanted to get him ready, so I just reincarnated him. Karine has reincarnated by far the most of my characters. She reincarnated into a Star Mage, then into a Prism Mage, then into a Galaxy Mage, and I did it like, you have to do it like that in this game, because Prism Mage, you need to level up a Star Mage to unlock it, then Galaxy Mage, you need to level up a Prism Mage to unlock it. They're the only class in the game that actually works like that. It wasn't until Disgaea 2 where every class kind of had that sort of progression. And let's head into the next map, Neo Eden. No story section here, so well, let's just get right into decorum. But yeah, Karine, as far as like base stats go, she's by far one of the she's gonna get way more from leveling than my other characters just because she's transmigrated several times. Though I did mostly put her stats into, or actually I put entirely her stats into bonus SP, because SP is going to be quite a bit of a problem for her. Once your spells start leveling up a ton, the SP cost starts to get pretty ludicrous, even if you have a good orb equipped. So I wanted to make sure she had enough to actually make good use of her spells. Okay, that's a pretty hefty amount of damage there. Actually, kind of changes the approach I was going to take this turn, because Laharl got paralyzed, and that's just something you got to roll with. So Karine, for this turn, instead of attacking, we just want to get Laharl mobile, so we're going to use Espoir again, or not again, but we're going to use Espoir just to take him out. These guys, yeah, they're more than weak enough that we can just do Blade Rush, and that'll do plenty of damage, so let's get our turn going. I'm trying to restrict myself from using Laharl too much, because, not by a huge amount, but he is the strongest character at the moment. I can guaranteed take out a ton of stuff with him. I'd like to get my other team members some floor time, and just get some experience spread around. I believe Marina has the statistician that I've raised up that boosts experience, so I can't check her equip until the turn ends. Let's move Laharl up a little bit further and just bait some of these enemies. Again, we don't really have to worry about Laharl dying here. He needs to take tons of damage before that's concerned. Man, these guys are just whomping us with the ailments. It's actually very unfortunate that Karine got put to sleep there, because now I can't have her cure anything for us. That is okay, and equally unfortunate is Marina is paralyzed, so she can't move, so she's just going to be taking 5 this turn. That is okay. You know, I just get done saying I don't want Laharl to mop up too many kills, because he's got quite the level lead at this point. I will say, I did kind of come into this over-prepared and higher level than I would have liked to be. I would have liked everyone to be at level 75 with as few transmigrations as possible, but that just wasn't in the card. So what we've got here is what I ended up getting. Nice. Oh, geez. Well, that actually really stinks. My entire team has been locked down. Looks like these guys are equipped with guns that have status ailment effects attached to them. Pretty annoying, but as soon as Karine wakes up, we can start correcting some of this. Graviton Bomb would be more threatening to a different character, but not to Laharl. Oof, that was a meaty hit, though. Alright, everybody is back in business now, so let's start getting some of the characters moved up here. And let's see, I do have a unit with 9 move, my female brawler Misty. She can move far enough. I've just loaded her up with shoes to have a decent runner in the item world when I don't need to clear something off the gate. Let's see, Karine is also woken up, so we can get her in some combat. I don't think, no, she has launched a couple attacks at this point. Now, do I want to have her attack? Yeah, let's go for it. She hasn't gotten a chance to actually hit anything at this point, so let's just send her on up. Let's see, what are these guys weak to? Not really weak to anything. Omega Ice will work, though. Or specifically, they don't share a weakness, so I'm not sure how much better doing this would be over just casting Gigastar, but it looks cool. I actually really like the Omega level summon animations. So throw down this Omega Ice here. Now, the human world actually does result in an ending to the game. It's the only bonus chapter that actually does result in the game ending. So once we get done with this map, this chapter is only 3 battles long. We do want to make a separate save here, because otherwise the game will end, and I would like to keep the items and money. This is going to be some meaty damage from these enemies. Toten Cruz is really powerful, but I think Laharl, when he's defending, he should have enough durability to hold out here. Yeah, that should be enough. They're just both doing Toten Cruz here, so he should be fine. He's fine. Don't let the severe bruising and bleeding let you get concerned about Laharl. He is a durable boy. Alright, yeah, he's fine, he's fine, don't worry about him. Alright, let's have Levi head up and see if he can't take out one of these guys with Bullet Storm. Or maybe Inferno. Yeah, actually, you know what? Inferno has the much higher damage, so let's just go with that. And what is this guy weak to? We'll have Karin nail him with Omega Wind. Get as much damage out of that as possible. I haven't really leveled up the other schools of magic outside of Star. Ice magic is a little bit higher because she started as a blue mage. But other than that, I have not really worked with fire and wind. This is probably the first time we're seriously making use of these spells in this specific playthrough. See you, buddy. Love those animations, so cool. Alright, but yeah, that was a relatively straightforward map. Now, the next map we're getting into is the one that I was really concerned about, so we do want to take that one with a bit of caution. First order of business, though, want to just heal up here. And I am going to make a save in a separate slot, because, again, once we clear this map, we do get an ending to the game, and we do get the option to create new cycle data, which I'm not going to do, since I don't really feel like playing through the entire game again. Also, you may notice I'm doing a lot better on time for this playthrough than I did in the previous video. I should also mention that I'm playing this on a different console. I'm playing this on my PS2 with my original PS2 copy that I have played the heck out of, and it's always a nostalgia trip when I do this, because I love this game so much. Anyway, for the EDF headquarters fight, we actually have a cutscene, so let's get into it.
Can't believe you came all the way here. Wrath knows no limits.
Enough of your compliments. It's too late to try and sweet-talk your way out of this.
Damn it! There's only one thing left for me to do. I'll kill you all!
And yeah, now we are at the ending of the game in the human world path, and Carter has become Astro Carter, which is just a reskin of Prism Red. Or I suppose just an alternate color palette. And yeah, when these guys here are just, these guys are all just Prism Red. Astro Carter is actually unique in that he has a completely exclusive piece of equipment here, the Astro Suit. This is the only map that you can get this piece of equipment, and it's pretty powerful, but I'm not sure if it's worth replaying the whole game just for it, and I don't have a thief at the moment that's capable of stealing with it, and this specific fight is why I prepared so much and got my guys so strong. These guys are level 180 and 220 with absolutely ridiculous amounts of HP, so we do need pretty strong units to actually make it through this fight. Alright, so I'm going to post Laharl over here, and this first turn's going to be pretty standard. We're just going to defend, let these guys approach us, and try to clean up as many of them as possible before Astro Carter comes in and starts causing us problems, because he can hit pretty hard with that 4,000 attack power, and the defenders he's got alongside him are not too shabby either. Ah, geez, Laharl just got screwed up with ailments again. Yeah, it looks like all these guys are just equipped with guns that are designed to debilitate your fighters, which is actually a pretty interesting way to make this more challenging, because this map does not have anything in the way of geo effects, so it's not anything we have to concern ourselves with. Let's see, so what I'm going to do here, these guys, yes, they are all lined up. So Laharl is just going to, I was going to say he's just going to poke this guy, but that might not do enough. Yeah, actually, let's just do this. We will Impaler, get Laharl in, so these guys will all focus on him, and hopefully he'll have enough HP to survive. I'm pretty confident he will. We'll have Marina do the Dimension Slash here. Or actually, you know what, I'm changing my plan, but let's launch the attacks first. Let's see, this guy is weak to fire, so we can just totem cruise him to death. Rapid fire would also work just fine, honestly, with the massive hit stat that Levi has, but we really, the area of effect for rapid fire is just a lot more annoying to work, so if I have the opportunity to use totem cruise, that's probably what I'm going to go for. I do want to remark on the EDF soldier, their SP stat is atrocious. Like, the base EDF soldier has SP stat of 1, so, or not 1, of 2, so he only gets, what is it, 1 SP per level up, so, yeah, when I transmigrated him, I focused on bolstering his SP, and I'm changing my mind here. Misty is going to be a sacrificial lamb here, we're just going to send her out, and, have her tank the hit, and I'm going to deploy my Skull Squad, and we are going to start buffing up Marina with Braveheart. So let's get all these guys out and just start boosting her up. I'll bring her attack power up to over 10,000, allow her to do some pretty heavy damage to the guys we got coming in here. I think the optimal way to approach this is we want to take out the defenders one by one and just minimize the amount of damage Carter and his crew can do to us. Once the next turn starts, I will hit Marina with more Bravehearts because it does degrade a little bit every turn. Okay, this is actually very fortunate though. They're moving in a pretty good formation for us to nail them, so let's see here. Alright, so let's throw out our Bravehearts first. One more Braveheart on Marina should max her out. Then we want to start casting Braveheart on Laharl to bring up his damage. Let's see. I don't have these guys equipped with stabs at the moment, just because I didn't really feel the need to prepare them. They're not going to be moving too far, so if they're just working with spears, that's all. If you're wondering why they have spears, I was just having them get team attacks off Laharl to level them up, because that seemed like the most efficient way to do it. So let's see here. I'm trying to think about how I want to approach this. Okay, well, actually, I would like to do a combo, but, Okay, yes, that still hits. And we want to have Levi come up here and take this guy out. So we will do, no, not that. We will do Inferno. I'm, like, fumbling all the things here as I try to remember which move has which range. We'll start with the Dimension Slash here. Not gonna have a combo here, but that's fine. And we just want to get this EDF soldier taken out before he becomes a headache. Now, these guys are getting pretty close to my team, and at this point, there's a pretty decent chance that they will start dumpstering my skulls, but it'll be a while before our buffs wear off. So I'll still have plenty of extra damage going into this. Let's see, this guy is resistant to fire, so I want to hit him with wind. Blazing Knuckle will not do anything to him. One thing we have to one thing that's really annoying to deal with on the post-game maps is that they're still technically story maps, so we do have that bug involving the enemy's res to deal with, unfortunately, where they'll have double res, and that results in them taking half damage from spells that you cast on them, even though the res stat isn't anywhere near that strong in reality. I have no idea why that game has a thing like that in the story maps. And it's actually pretty annoying for grinding, too, because you need to have pretty much double the power you would normally need in order to clear those consistently on the first turn. Alright, so that's pretty good. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to take out one of these guys this turn, but like I said, they're almost certainly going to beeline for the skulls because they know they can kill them, and that's going to, unfortunately, deny us some ability to Braveheart, but I'm not overly concerned with that. Yeah, there goes one. Oh, hey, he's going for Swift Justice on Levi. I think Levi has enough HP to tank this, so that's not a huge deal. Yeah, he's fine, he's fine. Alright, so let's hit Marina with another Braveheart, and I think with some Dimension Slashes, we can do some pretty hefty damage here. I have more than enough SP to just keep throwing out Dimension Slashes, and its damage modifier is a lot higher than Blade Rush, so it's a more optimal move if I have the SP to afford it. We'll hit Carter with Omega Ice. And let's have Levi and Laharl start working on this guy. I'm just going to have Laharl whack this guy with the spear, and then Levi will finish him off with Bullet Storm so that he gets the experience. Alright, this fight is going pretty well. Like I said, I might have over-prepared for this fight, but unfortunately the data available for this game doesn't really tell me much about the kind of threats I have to deal with, other than the amount of, or the levels that the enemies have, so I kind of just have to guesstimate how much I'll need. Fortunately, with how prepared I am at this point, going into future maps, I probably will have much more appropriate and less overpowered stats for it, as well as having to do much less work to get ready for it. Alright, the only one left is Carter himself, and once he's defeated, we will have another ending to the game, and probably the only other ending we're going to be seeing in this Let's Play, since none of the other endings are particularly interesting enough for me to feel like showing them off. If you're curious, plenty of people have uploaded them to YouTube. Alright, yeah, actually it doesn't matter since we're not going to be continuing from this file, so let's just finish off Carter here.
Papa.
Don't cry, Jennifer. This was all for the sake of the Earth.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take over from here.
What? Hey, wait. You can't.
Why not? I won the battle. To the victor go the spoils.
It's only common sense.
What happened to our plans to visit the Seraph?
So yeah, this is pretty much a joke ending, which has Laharl acting wildly out of character for this point in the game. But now he rules the Earth, so, you know, he's expanding his influence as Overlord at least. Good for him, good for him. But yeah, doing this map does end the game, so unfortunately we can't enjoy all that money I got from it, and it's kind of a shame because the high bonus rank for the level also gives out some pretty good weapons at this point. So, that is the Human World chapter. There are 4 more bonus levels that, or bonus chapters that we need to get to, plus another sort of bonus boss I'd like to get to called Item God 2. So that's going to be the goal for resuming this Let's Play, is we want to get to all those bonus chapters, which one of them we could already access and clear most of it, I believe. I'll probably have to do a little bit of training to get ready for it, but I don't think I'll have to do nearly as much as I did to get ready just to get to the Human World chapter. Additionally, I'll probably do a couple videos just detailing my training methods and how I'm building up my characters for anybody who's interested in playing along and wants to know what are the best ways to get strong characters. I've already demonstrated stuff like building up an arms master so that we can get weapon levels really quickly, and we see plenty of good training maps throughout the game at this point, you know, especially like Chapter 9 one, that's a really good one. Anything that has experience bonus panels has been pretty handy to us, especially the Chapter 7 one. That one was amazing for my Let's Play. But yeah, I'll be detailing all that stuff, going over that, and we should get to everything that is left to do in the game, and this Let's Play will be properly finished. This is something that I've wanted to do for so long, and I'm just now working up the motivation to actually do it. You know, I had a lot to do in getting through the whole game again, and just getting my team ready and thinking about, like, what's the best way I want to approach this. So it always seemed like a more daunting task than it actually was, and I'm glad we're getting back to this. We're going to finish this, believe you me. We're going to see everything this game has to offer, you know, except for the alternate endings that I don't like. Let me see, what else was I going to say here? Ah, man, I had serious brain fart. I've been having problems with that recently, where I have something in my head that I want to say, and then I just can't think of it. Well, normally I would do my normal joke of saying I'm going to be playing Daikatana next video, but that's not going to be the case this time, because we've got way more game to get through. But when we come back in the next video, we'll, like I said, be detailing my training methods, and we will be unlocking the next big map for us, and we'll be going over a little stuff with the Dark Assembly and getting those maps unlocked, all that good stuff. Once we finish the game here, we get a chance to save new cycle data, but I'm just going to ignore that because we do not care to start the whole game over. I am perfectly content with how we are right now. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.